My name's Nick Powers, and I'm the president and lead instructor of Warfighter Scuba. I'm a veteran of the United States Marine Corps from the years 2003 to 2007, with one combat deployment to N.A.D.T.R.A Iraq in 2006. Throughout my time overseas, I experienced a lot of situations that you wouldn't necessarily find yourself in the United States. IEDs, getting shot at, rocket attacks, mortar attacks, you name it, it happened. When I got out of the Marine Corps in 2007, I tried to adjust back to civilian life, and the whole time you're in, you just can't wait to get out. And when you get out, you start to realize, did you make the right decision? 9 times out of 10, most of the guys that get out, they immediately plummet into a depression cycle because you don't have that structure anymore that the military provides you. And this hit me super hard. We moved to one of the #1 top dive destinations in the entire world, and I figured I'd start getting back into scuba diving. And after the first couple dives, I realized how peaceful it was underwater and how none of my problems followed me. You're just there in the present moment. I had the idea for Warfighter Scuba, and I kind of hinted at it, and they said, "You go for it." And that's basically how Warfighter Scuba was born. So Warfighter Scuba is a nonprofit. We're a 501c3 nonprofit with the IRS. We bring combat wounded veterans down to the Caribbean to teach them scuba diving to treat their wounds. Whether their wounds are physical or mental, such as PTSD, scuba diving is a extremely therapeutic activity for mental stressors and for physical ailments. Mentally, as soon as you go underwater, your body just reacts. It's not normal. You're not meant to breathe underwater. Automatically puts you into the present moment. You have nothing but peace and calm. This ability to separate yourself from reality really allows veterans to find out what their trigger mechanism might be for their particular mental stressors. So every veteran who comes through our programs gets a 100% funded trip. Each veteran also receives a round-trip ticket from their home of record. That ticket will bring them straight into Roatan, and their entire week stay, their hotel, their meals, their snacks, everything's paid for. And so that veteran can get an entire week away from reality and completely separate from any kind of problems they might be facing at home. So each veteran receives very private and intimate training sessions when they come down to Roatan. We first start in the pool. We do some confined water skills. We'll then switch out to the open water dives. From that point on, it's not even training anymore. It's just fun. It's learning on a level that I don't think most people have experienced before. We do all the certifications for them that we can in a week at their pace, from open water to full face mask to nitrox. Every trip that we have, whether it's one veteran or 4 veterans at a time, we just have a blast. There's no bad karma. We've seen sharks, we've seen turtles. We've seen 4 eagle rays at once. Just the things that happen when we're in the water together are truly, they're just unbelievable. The dedication that these vets have now to scuba diving and to wanting to come back and to help other veterans experience what they've experienced. It hits me in the heart more than most things have ever hit me in my heart. It's truly an honor to take these heroes into the water. It's really cool to see the transformation that happens to them, from being, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. I've gone snorkeling a few times, or I'm not that good of a swimmer. And the funny thing about scuba is none of that matters. You're completely weightless in the water. You could come down and have 0 experience in the water and be one of the better scuba divers out there. So as with all nonprofits, we rely solely on generous donors such as yourselves. None of these programs could exist without people who are willing to give some of their hard-earned money up to save veterans who might be struggling with everyday life and have that unfortunate thought of suicide. 100% of every dollar that's donated goes directly to the veterans. I personally, myself, I do not take any kind of money. All my time is donated. There's no salary to anybody who's on the board or any staff positions in Warfighter. Donations can be made on our website at www.warfighterscuba.org. And remember, every donation is 100% tax deductible.
History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. It didn't take long for us to quickly realize that there was power behind Mission 22, power behind its brand, power behind its message, and power behind its people that represented it.
All right, my friends, day 19 of 22, the 22-day push-up challenge. Day 19 means 418 men and women have possibly committed suicide in the last 19 days. I went and looked up my ship, the USS Rushmore. More people who have killed themselves by now than ever served on our ship at one time in just 19 days.
19, 20, 21. One more. Y'all ready for the last one?
Yeah, Mission 22 has become a decentralized nationwide effort to show love, to raise money, to be available for other warriors, to be able to be a point of contact, to let the warriors know, but also for warriors to let other warriors know that there is a community. You're not alone. This isn't happening in silence. You're not forgotten. You know, we brought 4 veterans from all different parts of the United States and brought them together to hike through the state of Oregon.
May God bless you on your journey. Thank you for serving our country and for being willing to go on this walk. I'm praying you feel peace and strength with each mile.
You know, on this hike, some folks found God, some folks remained sober, some folks lost a significant amount of weight to be able to participate. And not so much just a healing walk for us as warriors, but for us to contribute to other people's healing. You know, this hike, we raised $12,000 for endobiogeny. Some of the folks on this hike, you know, they're going to be volunteers for this treatment. And I couldn't be more pleased and more proud because it was difficult. We had a lot of struggles. Not everything on this hike went pretty, you know, but we put some skin in the game. At the end of the day, we were able to raise money and we'll be able to use that money so guys can get the treatment that they need. The War at Home Monument is an example of our social impact, of our awareness, of our permanent fixture to do the work that we can't always do, to always remind us of what we've lost and what we will lose if we don't reconcile it. What we've done is taken 20 different veterans with their family's permission and used them as a silhouette to cut out of a 3,000-pound plate of steel. These warriors are placed in a V, and this is to show the size of the problem. This is to show the empty space they leave behind. And it's also to be a constant reminder of what happens when we don't listen to the stories of the warriors that fought in our name. Because it's not okay. It's not okay that everyone didn't know about veteran suicide. It's not okay that these things were a secret or left unsaid, or that it was shameful. It's not okay that it's shameful to suffer alone and suffer in silence, because if you ask for help, that you're no longer a warrior, that you're weak.
Yeah. So I come back and I thought everybody else changed. So I pushed my family away. And it took a long time to really realize it because I didn't want to look internally. You know, I got my Class A CDL and hit the road. I was on the road for about 8 years trucking. And this makes me think about how insignificant all of the major things going on are. I mean, what, 1 million years ago, that blew up. And, you know, over time became this.
Whether it's hiking mountains or building monuments, it takes a community to heal a warrior. Warriors didn't get damaged and didn't become separated from the sunlight of the spirit on their own. It happened in the name of this nation. We can change the way we think about war, how we think about warriors, how we think about ourselves, and what we think we're going to do in the American community. We can do it now. We can do it here. And there's going to be another generation of warriors coming. We can set the tone to create a culture that grabs them up and loves them and smothers them in resources and opportunity right now.
Have you ever had the desire to show off something you created, like we'll say in motorsports racing, kart racing, or even in sim racing? While on the track, simulator, in your race car, or hauling close to the ground in a cart, Abruzzi Racewear has you covered. If you need to promote your team logo, name, colors, or just feeling a bit more confident in your sim rig, Abruzzi Racewear has your answer. Team shirts, jackets, and even racing suits, they will go the extra mile. Race boots, trainers to gloves, even karting suits, as well as safety-rated wear, Abruzzi has a supply to fit your needs. Customizable from team names to colors, and yes, you can have your own name customized just the way you like it. In sim racing, they give you the comfort and feel of being strapped into a cockpit to bring the experience closer to the way you desire it. Their range of apparel has been created to not only meet and exceed the highest levels of comfort and quality, but also to enable you to make it yours. To add your personality, take a look at AbruzziUSA.com to see the lineup and what they have to offer. AbruzziUSA.com, with customization at heart, it's your wear, your way.
Mission 22 is founded on the timeless principle that America's warriors are equally valuable overseas as they are within our borders. We are unwaveringly committed to the journey back home and understand the barriers our heroes face when making the often arduous and taken for granted transition home. Trauma is an opportunity. While bleeding, hidden pains of the past can never be removed. We can transform them into something brand new and beautiful. We can grow through trauma to become our community's cornerstone, the safest neighbor on the block, the strongest leader in the office, the most caring volunteer at the elementary school. The Recovery and Resiliency Program is a year-long, and it uses everything from cutting-edge biometric tools to science-backed supplements. This is a catalyst to take the deep scars suffered for our nation's sake and turn them into opportunities to direct our God-given purpose and energies as protectors toward a refreshed and meaningful life. By committing to this year-long program, you will be happier, stronger, and wiser. Your PTS and/or TBI may not leave you, but you will be more comfortable in your own skin, and your suffering will begin to have meaning. Our goal is to give warriors one thing, the truth. Let's take responsibility for our healing.
Soldiers, sailors, airmen and women enlist in the armed forces for many reasons, including a sense of duty, patriotism, the adventure, travel, and adrenaline. Many continue their military service because they discover a brother and sisterhood, an identity, a team. When service members are injured or wounded and can no longer perform their military duties, they quickly find themselves removed from their team, no longer serving the purpose for which they trained.
I came back from Afghanistan in 2013, and it was kind of a trial and error of finding out, after the military, what's next in life.
Being forced to leave a military career filled with purpose and pride can be challenging. Some challenges may leave lasting scars. An illness, wound, or injury can make anyone question their worth and sense of belonging after military service.
35 years in the Army, and I needed something to transition into. And so from that transition came an idea, and the idea was this.
Even though a military career may be coming to an end, or already ended, recovery can occur in the most unexpected places with unforeseen opportunities. Recovery, whether physical or mental, has no defined beginning or ending. It may last a lifetime.
For me, one of the biggest surprises that I found out going through it was that it's not like the flu where, you get sick and then you get better. You're never cured. And that's so frustrating. It's so hard to tell someone that. And it's so easy to slip back. And every single time you have to find a new way to fight it, it's a different monster every time you battle it.
This can feel daunting to a warrior who is suddenly forced to leave everything they know, trust, and love, finding themselves at the beginning of an unknown and possibly frightening new journey. Welcome to the world of motorsports.
We're in the right place at the right time in our lives to be able to take these guys that are wounded and put them in front of people that can actually show them that there is a camaraderie, there's a brotherhood within the motorsports industry, that there is potential for career opportunities for them if they have the skill set.
Motorsports offers an opportunity to regain that sense of identity within a safe, fast-paced team environment, providing a renewed sense of purpose. It has many facets, all created by teams working together for success on the track. Like in the military, in motorsports the goal is in accomplishing the mission, winning as a team, collectively celebrating the successes and supporting teammates through the losses. Through motorsport opportunities, Operation Motorsport assists medically transitioning service members and veterans with discovering new ways of achieving a renewed sense of hope, purpose and pride.
Besides the basic brake changing, oil changing, tire rotation, I've actually learned how to assemble and disassemble some engine parts, change some axles, do some alignments and stuff. So give it a try. You never know. This was nothing that I expected. I did not expect to be fully suited, jumping over a wall while cars are going 100 and something miles an hour.
From motors to media, tires to tickets, and hot laps to hospitality. Operation Motorsport provides beneficiaries the chance to become immersed within professional motorsports and provides them with the opportunity to find out firsthand what captivates their imagination and interest. These opportunities provide an avenue of discovery within the motorsports immersion or diversionary therapy programs, all within the Excite, Engage, and Empower recovery programs.
Welcome. It is Thursday night. You are on Got Your Six Racing Network. Therefore, we are back with the North American Dirt Track Racing Association 358 Modifieds at Knoxville, running the half-mile clay oval in Knoxville, Iowa, actually. Looking for another great night. Looks like we're going to have a decent turnout tonight. We will, let's see. We are on the track. We are currently practicing. They got 15 minutes, so we got about 5 minutes to go. Riding along with the 9 car of Brian Lawson, Venom Racing driver. Adam Flieger out on the track in the 38 Flieger Farms Motorsports machine. Great looking wrap. If you look in the top right-hand corner of the stream, you'll see the sponsors that help put this on. Top left-hand screen of the screen, Gears Unlimited also is a big sponsor. Listening to the chat between the drivers.
choice. Leader jumps.
Currently have a drivers meeting going on, so we'll let you listen to that.
Driver taking the leader's place will start on green. After X. After accident restarts, the leader will choose when to fire and does have lane choice. When under yellow, drivers must keep 2 car lengths back from the pace vehicle, 1 car width of spacing between each other, from the top lane to the bottom, on double file restarts, and 1 car length between you and the driver in front of you. No brake checking will be allowed or tolerated. Caution laps do not count. All aggressive behavior, text and driving will be penalized by 75 points or an EOL for the next heat and feature, depending on the severity of the infraction. If it persists the next week, that driver will be ejected. Black flags are being enforced tonight. EOLs are going to be given upon request. We're going to leave the mics on tonight, as most of the toxic drivers have been eliminated from this league. So if you need any calls, let it happen. Just, mother's rules, behave yourselves, be professional at all times.
There you have it. The drivers have been given their final instructions, getting ready to do some battle here at Knoxville at the half-mile clay track. Looking very forward to this. Point standings for this week. Garrett Zimmer, let's see if Garrett is in the field tonight, and he is your current points leader. DV, the Milkman Runkle, I'm not sure where the Milkman came from. I haven't had a chance to catch up with DV yet. Is currently second in the points. Brian Lawson, Venom Racing driver, is in the field with us in the 9 car. Austin Baker is currently 5th in the points. Don't know if I see Austin. I don't see Austin yet in the field. Hunter Jarrell running 6th. I did see Hunter in the field this evening, and he is the 39 car. Adam Flieger running 7th in the points. Adam is in the field also, so we should have a good run tonight. Got a decent car turnout. Currently, we're looking at 15 cars or so. If you've tuned into the stream before, thank you for coming back. If you haven't, welcome to the stream. We are 100% here for you guys. If we're doing something that you don't like, please let us know. If we're doing something that you do like, let us know that also. That's also important. There's no such thing as bad feedback. We are a new broadcast company along with North American Dirt Track Racing Association. We're happy to be aboard. If you're out there and you're not a member of N.A.D.T.R.A, check them out. Great group of guys. Some really good racing. The numbers will come with time. Check them out. You can send us a message. You can send them a message to join up with those guys. Been some really good racing. Brian James in the 55 car, Canadian driver. Good looking ride in the 55. Go through some of our camera views that we will be using tonight. Again, the 38 car, good looking 38 car. Looks like we have advanced to qualifying. We'll see. They do not have heat races, or they do not have qualifying. They are positioned out of random draw. Joseph Corns on the front row with Brian Lawson to his outside. Billy Roberts, Garrett Zimmer, your points leader in row number 2. Anthony Morano is your 5th and final driver in heat number 1. Going to be running 10 laps. I believe the top 3 head to, let's look here. Top 5 head to the feature. My apologies. Joseph Korn's back with us. Not sure where Joseph in the 99 car is sitting in the points. See if we can find Joseph on here, and we cannot. Joseph Korn's Midwest driver in the 99 car is going to have the points leader, Garrett Zimmer, in the 14 car to his outside. Zimmer Gaming Products machine, sponsor of the league, greatly appreciated there. Oh, I'm sorry, he'll have the 9 car Brian Lawson to his outside. Magnum Race Designs. Good shout out to Magnum Race Designs. If you need a logo, you need a car wrap, check out Brian Lawson at Magnum Race Designs. They did our logo for Got Your 6 Racing Network. Does great work, greatly appreciated. So we are settled. We got Billy Roberts in the 99 on the inside. Outside of him is Brian Lawson in the 9 car Venom Racing driver. Morano behind those two, and your points leader Zimmer is on starting in the 4th position. But the 99 car Billy Roberts will bring us to the green flag, and we are underway. They make a little contact. Roberts doesn't get the best start. Brian Lawson to the point. The 9 car currently 3rd in the points. Brian Lawson running for a good points night tonight. Brian Lawson now in the 9 car, pulling away from the field a little bit, almost a half-second gap, as you can see on the top left. He was the quickest that time by. Billy Roberts settling in the 2nd. Anthony Morano up 2 positions to the 3rd position. But the 32 car Morano Racing Machine up to the 3rd position. Garrett Zimmer, your current points leader in the 14 machine, is up to 4th position. Joseph Korn's lost a little bit on the start. Fell to the back of the field. Up front, the 9 car of Lawson is getting it done. All 5 cars will be heading to the feature. Go on board the 9 car, see how Brian Lawson's getting around Knoxville. You can see that slick starting to build down there on the bottom side. Brian has got those rear tires just above that slick, running a middle of the line. Roberts behind him, running the same line as your leader. Anthony Morano in the 32 machine. The 14 of Garrett Gaming Productions. My apologies, I didn't get his didn't get that right the first time. The 14 car currently running in the 4th position. Out front, Brian Lawson by almost a half-second gap. Billy Roberts may be closing that gap a little bit. Working laps 7 of 10. Each heat race has 10 laps. Everyone seems to be nose to tail at this time. Morano and Garrett Zimmer, 3rd and 4th place driver. Zimmer is closing in on the back of the 32 car ever so slightly, running a little lower line than the 32. See if Garrett can get it done here. Make a late race pass. Go on board with your points leader, Garrett Zimmer, behind the 32 car. You can see Garrett's running about a half lane lower than Anthony Morano. Will he get by this time? By Morano on the outside, Zimmer down low. Here's Zimmer working the throttle. That is Lawson. Didn't get Didn't get the finish there. My apologies. Heat 2, D.V. Runkle, Butch Baker on the front row, Hunter Jarrell, Ryan LaFave in row number 2, and Scott Holmes in row number 3. Rounds out your field of 5 drivers. Up front, the 06 car, it says, of D.V. the Milkman Runkle on the pole. Got Butch Baker to his outside from Venom Racing. Hunter Jarrell back there, the Virginia's driver, starting 3rd position. Ryan LaFave in the 19, also Venom Racing, so he's got his teammate in front of him. And Scott T. Higgett Holmes from New Jersey. Don't know what is going on with LaFave, but he has stopped on the track. The 81, as always, comes out with a fresh paint job. The Milkman, the 81 car on the pole will bring us to the green flag. The restart is on green. Ryan LaFave is getting back in line in the 19 car, Venom Racing. Up front, D.V. the Milkman Runkle will bring us. Pace car should exit this time by. Pace truck is off. The restart is on the green flag. 81 of Runkle on the inside. 97 of Butch Baker, Venom Racing on the outside. Runkle is off. He hits the bottom line. Slides up in front of the 97. The 19 car is the first car to go high. LaFave up high in the 19 car. Butch Baker down low. 52 car. Scott Holmes moves up in the field. Falls in line behind LaFave. They did their best to make it 3 wide, but thought better of it. Runkle gets sideways. They're going to try to come off turn number 2, 3 wide. LaFave to the point. 97 car up back to 4th position. Runkle currently in 2nd position. Runkle currently 2nd in the points. Scott T. Holmes from New Jersey back there fighting. He moves up to P3. Butch Baker back to P4. 52 car down low. 81 of Runkle up high. Slide job. Runkle with the crossover. Will he get it done? 52 car does get a good run off that top side. He will hold off the charge of the 81 momentarily. All 5 drivers will transfer to your feature. Looks like Holmes up to the 2nd position. Runkle gets turned around. Baker gets into the back of Runkle. Up front, it's all Ryan LaFave. Out front, behind it, Scott Holmes following him up in the 52 machine. Working lap 6 of 10. Caution is out. See the 97 car and the 81 just make contact in the back. Put those two to the back of the field. Up front, the 19 car, Venom Racing's Ryan LaFave leading the way. Butch Baker ends up in P3 in the 97 car, so he's dropped 1 from the start. LaFave up 3, Scott T. Holmes up 3 also. Working lap 6 of 10. Runkle is currently in the pits in the 81 machine. We'll see if 2nd in the points will get back out on the track or if he will just take it to the feature. Again, all cars heading to the feature. This restart will be on your leader, Ryan LaFave. Working lap 5 of 10. Lefebvre, Holmes, Baker, Jarrell are your 4 cars left on the track. Ryan Lefebvre will get the restart this time. Once that pace truck exits the raceway, which should be this time by pace truck is off, as is the 19 car. Good start by the 19 car. Gets a good jump on Holmes in the second position. Slides up through the slick, starting to wear the track in. We got a good slick spot down low. 52 up into the wall. Hunter Jarrell gets by the 97 of Butch Baker for P number 3. Running a slider line. Lefebvre up front in the 19. Let's see where he's running. Running just above that slick spot. Finding traction on the track. Holmes in his tire tracks. Butch Baker now gets by Hunter Jarrell. 97 car running down low. 80 car up high. Butch Baker on the berm a little bit. Still comes out ahead of the 80 car of Jarrell. Up front line, Ryan Lefebvre checking out on the field, working lap 9 of 10. He's got a almost 1.5 second gap over second place, 52 car of Holmes. Butch Baker in third in the 97. The 80 car of Hunter Jarrell is not giving up. He's still on the back bumper of that 97 car, putting pressure on Butch Baker. See if he can't capture one more position. This is lap 10 of 10. Lefebvre coming, couple more corners to go. Running down low. Left wheel on the berm, comes out of turn 4. Looks like Lefebvre will take the win in heat number 2, followed by Holmes, Baker, Jarrell, and D.V. Runkle heading to your feature. Heat 3. N.A.D.R.A and James on the front row. Trout, Flieger in row 2. Neal is your 5th and final driver in the final heat number 3. Midwest driver Thomas N.A.D.R.A. Apologize if I'm mispronouncing that. Hopefully I get to talk to you on the podium. You can tell me how to pronounce that. 55 car Brian James to his outside, Canadian driver. Running 10 laps. We do have cautions in these heat races. Running 10 laps. Top 5. So all 5 cars will head to the feature. Brian James, let's see, the 55 car will bring him to the green flag. The first restart is on green. Yes, the 78 of N.A.D.T.R.A is on your inside. Going to bring up to the green flag in the 78 machine. Pace truck is off, waiting on the green flag. Green flag is out. 78 car down low. Gets up on the berm. 55 car gets a good run off that top side. Look at Brian James. He gets a great jump off the start. N.A.D.T.R.A to second position in the 78 machine. Adam Flieger in the 38, currently in the third position. Eddie Neal in the SDK is telling me 5 car, but it looks like the 318 car up to P2. Eddie Neal up 3 positions from the start. Adam Flieger working that bottom side underneath the 318 car. 55 car Brian James has over a 1.5 gap on the field. Everyone is spread out now. The 318 car running a slider line, trying to close in on the 55 of Brian James. We are working lap 4 of 10. Adam Flieger currently in P3. N.A.D.T.R.A in the 78 car falls back a little bit. And the 01 car of Thomas Dabercow, I suppose, is in the fourth. Oh, we got a battle up front. 318 car of Eddie Neal doesn't waste any time. Gets by Eddie James. Put Eddie Neal to the point. Plains driver, not sure where he's from. Good run by that driver. Running a slider line. Brian James now falls to second position. Eddie Neal now on the point. Is going to run away from the field. Currently has almost a second gap over second place. Brian James, followed by Flieger. N.A.D.T.R.A, that may be Trout into the wall. That should bring out a caution. Caution is out. That will bring Brian James back to the outside of the 318 of Eddie Neal. We'll see if James has anything for Neal. We are working lap 7 of 10. Adam Flieger in third position. Dabercow in the 01 machine in fourth position.
A quick brush, and then we'll get our stuff on, and then we have like an obstacle course. And so
why I'm smiling.
You don't know why you're smiling? We always smile. Smiling's the best.
The Mission 22 Equine Program is a riding program for children of veterans. We also serve grandchildren or direct family members of veterans.
It's a lot of fun, and I've always loved horses.
We have private lessons and group lessons, but it's not just riding. You know, riding lessons, people just think that that's all it is. But we have the opportunity here to really build confidence, to lower stress levels, to give them an outlet and opportunity to spend time doing something healthy and productive. Mission 22 is really based on the foundation of the importance for family. It's why we're supporting families here. So in a time where kids' programs are being canceled left and right, school is shut down, they're not able to be around their friends, you know, being able to have an opportunity where they can just be together and let go of that stress and be around people. Again, honestly, it's just really that simple, being around people. You know, who would have thought that it was something as simple as that?
That's okay. You want to grab his reins, and then I'll have you walk him forward. It's really a special thing to watch these kids come every week and build a partnership and a relationship with their horse. It lets them forget about everything that's going on in life, being able to come here, kind of shut the world out a little bit, and have a really stress-free, fun environment.
There's tons of studies that have been done on lowering of cortisol levels of children, and especially with children of veterans, often growing up in a household that can be a more stressful place, to be able to have an outlet where they can be outside, fresh air, horses around them, and just growing in that confidence.
Horses are really unique. They're very intuitive to people. They're very emotionally intelligent. They're very emotional animals, very in tune to people. They have a great way of reading people as well, that they can pick up on if you're feeling nervous or scared or excited. They're very reflective to how you feel. And so it's a great way to kind of check in with yourself and see how you're feeling, because they'll let you know.
When you're riding bareback, it's really important to think about keeping your thighs nice and snug.
Watch your spacing. Remember 1 to 2 horse lengths in between. Nice work. Yep, then you're going to go through the blue barrels, and you can weave through them, and you can walk through them.
Before we came to Central Oregon, we were based out of Portland. So we were renting an office in the city, we were having to pay to board horses, and it was getting to be exceptionally expensive. And so what it came down to was an opportunity to have a facility that we could grow programs out, that we could have the equine program on our own property, that we can continue to operate during a time that nobody really knew kind of what was happening next. And so having our own facility gave us the freedom to continue serving the families that we care about.
It's so fun to see parents come and talk to each other, and being able to kind of share stories, watch their kids together is a really neat thing. Talk about just life in general, having a place to come and to really connect with people.
Obstacles. I really like riding the horse because it's the best thing ever, and it's so exciting.
By supporting families of veterans on this property through the equine program, it really gives us the opportunity to show that importance. So we're not just supporting their kids, but we're supporting their families. They're having a community here, and building that strong family foundation builds a strong veteran. And that is something that we very much believe in, is supporting the family, supporting the veteran, and that cohesiveness together.
When people hear a N.A.D.T.R.A project, the first thing they might think of is our shirts. But what most people don't know is that our plaques came first and the t-shirts came second. What some people might not know is that the same shirts that we make day in and day out allowed us to do unbelievable things for unbelievable people. Whether it's donating our proceeds to reduce veteran suicide or gifting handcrafted memorial plaques to the families of fallen heroes, these t-shirts simply stand for honor and freedom. 2 words that wouldn't exist without our heroes. This makes N.A.D.T.R.A project a place our fallen heroes truly live on forever.
Welcome back to the stream. As always, at Got Your Six Racing Network, we are racing for awareness of veterans issues. 22 veterans a day take their own lives, which is way too many, so we're doing our small part, see if we can't lessen that number. You will notice we do play promo videos from various veteran organizations who are helping veterans heal once they return from overseas. So if you have the means, greatly appreciate a donation to one of those organizations, near and dear to my heart, being retired Air Force. Greatly appreciate the support that those organizations give our veterans. Welcome to the feature. Got your 6 Racing Network. We got Brian Lawson and Lefebvre on the front row. Eddie Neal, Billy Robertson, row number 2. Holmes and Flieger in 3. Morano, Butch Baker in row number 4. James Zimmer in 5. Hunter Jarrell and Dabercow in 6. Joseph Corns, D.V. Runkle in row number 7. And Jared Trout will fill out your field of 15 drivers. Brian Lawson in the 9 car starting on the pole. Lawson is currently sitting 3rd in the points. Lawson looking at a good points night tonight. Watched Brian Lawson run earlier today in Coast to Coast Racing League in the modifieds. Brian Lawson currently 3rd in the points, as I said. D.V. Runkle, the milkman, being told. I need to get with him and find out what that's all about. He will be starting a P9. So, second points. Let's see, where's your leader at, which is Garrett Zimmer will be starting P7. So Brian Lawson could make up some ground on his competition in this feature. He's got his teammate to his outside. Venom Racing drivers are owning the front row. Ryan Lefebvre in the 19 car. Good shout out to Magnum Race Designs. They did the Got Your 6 Racing Network logo. Greatly appreciated. Working with Brian is an absolute pleasure. If you need a logo, you need a car wrapped, check out Brian Lawson. Hit him up on Facebook. He does super work. Greatly appreciated by me for sure. 19 car Brian Lefebvre to his outside. 52 of Holmes to the inside. Adam Flieger back there in the 38 machine. It will be Lawson that brings us to the green flag. Green flag is out. 19 car gets a little jump on the outside. Maybe had a half tire length in front of the 9 car, his teammate. 19 car up high. Looks like the high line might be the way to go early. 9 car of Lawson falls into second place behind Lefebvre. On board with second place driver, currently 3rd in the points, Brian Lawson. We will have to keep caution is out. That didn't take long. See if we can find out what happened. 78 and the 01 make contact. They should be able to continue. Up front, the 19 car of Lefebvre with his teammate now. Those two swap positions. Put Lefebvre on the front, on the inside. My apologies. You do get to pick what lane you want to start in this league. So we'll see what Ryan Lefebvre picks. Garrett Zimmer, your points leader. Look out for the 14. He's up 5 positions from the start already. D.V. Runkle is up also 5 positions. Trying to cut into that advantage that the 9 car of Brian Lawson might get tonight. We will be running mods tomorrow night, Friday Night Lights by GY6RN. Got your 6 Racing Network starting at 6:30 Eastern Time. Followed by limited late models and 305 sprint cars, so we're excited about that. That's coming up tomorrow night. First race is hosted, open to anyone. Next 2 races are league events, the limited late models and 305 sprint cars. Friday Night Lights Lefebvre picks that outside. He got a good run on that outside from the initial start. This restart will be on the leader. Once all 4 tires of that pace truck are off the race surface, that will give Ryan Lefebvre the go anytime between there and the drop of the green flag. See if he can keep the 9 car, his teammate Brian Lawson, behind him. The 19 car is off. Does he bring the 32 car with him? Anthony Morano gets by the 9 car. Now Butch Baker, another Venom Racing driver. He's going to try to put his teammate back to at least 4th position. Not a great start by the 9 car. Lefebvre up front, Morano in 2nd, Butch Baker 3rd. Scott Holmes is up to 4th. 9 car is going to fall all the way back to 5th position, right in front of Zimmer. So he's only 2 positions in front of your current points leader, the 14 car of Zimmer. Ryan Lefebvre up front. Got a half-second gap over Morano. Looks like that bottom side is definitely not the place to start tonight. Brian Lawson falls back to P number 5. Points leader Garrett Zimmer is battling it out with Adam Flieger in the 38 car. Zimmer up high, trying to get above that 38 car. Adam Flieger running a great line. I just caught out of the corner of my eye. Brian Lawson sliding underneath the 52 car. The 9 car will now find the top of the track. You don't want to get trapped down low, apparently. However, your leader in the points, the 14 car, is down low. Now he's only 1 position behind the 9 car. Up front, Lefebvre leading by over a half-second. Morano in 2nd. Butch Baker in 3rd. Venom Racing well represented tonight. The 52 car of Holmes up to 4th position. The 9 car trying to get by the 52. Garrett Zimmer, your points leader in the 14 machine. Zimmer Gaming Productions currently running in 6th position, watching what's going on with the 9 car and the 52. Butch Baker now getting racy. The 97 car trying to cut down below the 32 car of Morano. Can't get it done that lap by. We are running lap 9 of 45. Makes one wonder if fuel might become an issue. Up front, Lefebvre is running away from the field. He's got almost a second gap on the 32 car of Morano. Brian Lawson still on the rear bumper of the 52 car. Almost said tail tank. We aren't sprint cars tonight. 52 car dives down low. Lawson stays up high, cuts down low. Can't quite make a pass on the 52 car. Track starting to get wore in. Butch Baker now gets by the... I thought he made a pass for a second, but he did not. Look back from Butch Baker in P3 to Brian Lawson. Made the pass. Brian Lawson up to 4th position. Now he goes underneath. Will he make a pass on his teammate? Caution is out. D.V. Runkle into the wall. So 2nd in the points. D.V. Runkle into the wall. Up front, the 19 car of Lefebvre. He didn't want to see that caution come out. Working lap 14 of 45. We got a long way to go. Plenty of time to get back if you have wrecked. So D.V. Runkle should go into the pits and probably get a reset car. We shall see how that plays out. I don't know if they do resets. The 81 car stays out on the track. Ryan Lefebvre in P1, Morano 2, Butch Baker in 3, Holmes in the 52 car in 4th position. Brian Lawson and Garrett Zimmer running 5th and 6th. Just received a comment out there. Watch the 3-car. 3-car is up 5 positions from the start. As if Butch Baker, that's currently running in 3rd, and Murano also running in 2nd. Both those drivers up 5 positions. Joseph Corns Eddie Neal, I guess, in the 318 car. Maybe that's who they're talking about. Hard to tell. The numbers do not match what is on the car. Brian LaFave picks the outside on top of the 32 car. See if he can get another great run. Pace truck is off, as is the 19 car. On the high side, Brian LaFave gets a good jump. Murano moves to the high side, falls in line behind the 19. 52 car of Holmes falls in line. Butch Baker and Brian Lawson, teammates battling it out. Put the 9 car back up to the 4th position. Garrett Zimmer now on top of the 97 car, getting by, and caution is back out. Adam Flieger in the 38 car going for a tumble. That'll put Adam back to the back of the field, I'm sure. Up front, we're working lap 14 of 45. Long race tonight. Brian LaFave, Murano in P2, Holmes in 3. Baker in 4 in the 97. Lawson falls back to P5. Zimmer, your points leader, currently in 6. Brian James in the 55 car in 7th. Joseph Corns in the 99 machine is currently back in 8th position. Eddie Neal in the 318 or 5 car, depending on what you're looking at, in 9th. Hunter Jarrell currently in 10th. Billy Roberts in the 99 car is in 11th. Hunter Jarrell in the 39 car is 10th. Billy Roberts is in 11th. Jared Trout is currently in 12th. Ryan LaFave will bring him back to the line. Lights are off on the pace truck. We are getting ready to go green. Working lap 14 of 45. We got a long way to go. Anything could happen. Pace car is off, as is the 19 car of LaFave. 32 car matches great start by the 32. Stays right even with the 19 of LaFave. Doesn't have the room to slide up. Caution back out. Oh, we had a mess in the back. Not sure what happened. Let's see if we can't rewind and figure out what happened on the restart. The 14 gets into the 9, and behind them, Mayhem. So number 1 and number 3 in the points run into a little bit of an issue. See how that does for DV Runkle. See if that moves him up. 32 of Murano leading the way. Made the pass on the 19 car. We are currently working lap, let's see here. 17 of 45. We have a long way to go. Murano, Lefebvre, Baker, Holmes, James, Neal, Trout, Roberts, Zimmer, and Lawson are running together in the back. Dabber, Cow, and Runkle. So you have 1, 2, 3 in the points running 9th, 10th, and 12th. Murano Racing 32 car up front. See if we can get some green flag laps behind us. Working lap 16 of 45. Got a long way to go. Pace truck is off. We are single file. 32 cars off with the 19 car of Lefebvre behind him. 97 car of Butch Baker's getting some pressure early. 55 car dives down low. Put Brian James up to P4. 52 car trying to crossover move. Brush the wall that time by. Falls in line behind the 55. Murano and Lefebvre up front battling it out. Lefebvre diving down low trying to get underneath the 32 machine. Will he make it happen? Let's go to live action. No, he can't. 32 car getting a great run off the top side on the 9 car. Brush the wall a little bit. 19 back down to the low side. 32 car up high. It is still Murano at the line. 19 car of Ryan Lefebvre is not giving up on that bottom side. 32 car gets a good run off the top side of turn number 2. Butch Baker in third position, sitting back there in the 97 car. We got a car coming out of the pits. They are wheel to wheel at the line. Ryan Lefebvre that time by. 19 car tries to slide up. 32 car with the crossover move. Great battle by these two drivers. 32 car slides up in front of the 19. 19 with the crossover coming to the line. Ryan Lefebvre is your current leader in the 19 machine. See if the 32 car tries to cross over again. He will not. Ryan Lefebvre covers P1. Put the 19 back on the point with the 32 car to his rear bumper. Butch Baker in P3. Great battle at the front. We'll check in with your points leader. Oh, these guys aren't done up front yet. We won't go away. Lefebvre up on the berm. 32 car gonna cut down low. Can he get underneath the 19? Lefebvre at the line. Murano dives down low once again. Lefebvre getting a good run off that top side. Will the 97 car? Caution is back out. The 01 gets into the fence. '19 car back to the point. Put Lefebvre on the point. Venom Racing driver most certainly will choose the outside for the restart. North American Dirt Track Racing Association, you do get to pick which lane you want to start in if you are the leader. We are stopped on the track right in front of the Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum here at Knoxville, Iowa. Waiting on the pace truck to catch up. There's the pace truck, so we should be back underway here shortly. Ryan Lefebvre still on the point. Let's take a look at your points leader. Zimmer, where's Garrett at? Currently running in 7th position. Brian Lawson in the 9 car has fallen back to 9th position. DV Runkle currently in 12th. So your top 3 in points still battling it out, but now they're stuck in the back of the field. We'll see if those cars can make it through the field. Working lap 23 of 45. Lights are off on the pace truck. We are getting ready to go green. We are single file restart, which will give the 19A small advantage over second place Anthony Morano. There's a look at the field. Lefebvre is off, gets a little bit of a lead over the 32 car. You can see those rear tires right above that slick mark, as is everyone else. Looks like we got a mess in the back. Caution is back out. Lefebvre still at the point in front of the 32 car. Morano, Baker, and James are all up. Let's see once the field settles out. Second, third, and fourth are up 5 positions from the start. Lefebvre, Morano, Baker, James, Holmes are your top 5. Lights are still on the pace truck, so we got at least one more to go. We will be going green this time by Ryan Lefebvre at the front of the field, Venom Racing driver, followed by Anthony Morano, Butch Baker, James, and Holmes are your top 5. We are working lap 24 of 45. We got a ways to go yet. Brian Lawson is right behind your points leader of Zimmer. Pace truck is off. 19 is off also. Gets a decent jump on the field. Put the 19 car, puts a gap. The cushion is working its way towards that outside wall. Morano running in second in the 32 machine. 19 car running a little lower exit than is the 32 car. And we are back under caution. 78 car gets sideways, gets in front of Corns in the 99 machine. Those two make contact. Working lap 25 of 45. We may do this one lap at a time, but we will get to that 45th lap for sure at some point. Ryan Lefebvre on the point, followed by Morano, Baker, James, and Holmes are your top 5. Again, after the third caution, we do go single file restarts. Lights are still on the pace truck, so we have at least one more lap to go. So if you're out there watching, who do you got? Is it going to be Lefebvre, Morano, Baker, or someone else going to come up through the field? We are working lap 26 of 45, so we still do have some time. Butch Baker to the rear bumper of the 32. 32 getting a little bit antsy. 19 car of Lefebvre gets a good start. 19 car out in front. Anthony Morano in P2. 55 shows up from out of nowhere. Brian James trying to make that bottom line work. He's underneath the 52 car of Holmes. Holmes on the high side. Will he get a run off that top side? 55 car stuck in that slick. Looks like the 9 car is following the tire tracks of the 14. 14 car splits the gap. Back under caution. The 01 gets loose. We have had a rash of cautions here in the last few laps. We are still working lap 28 of 45, so it's still anybody's race. Someone may, once the track wears in, will somebody find that groove that moves them to the front? Or will Ryan Lefebvre find the way around? We shall see. Lights are still on the pace truck, so we do have at least one more time by. Ryan Lefebvre on the point. Lights are off on the pace truck, so he will exit this time by. Lefebvre, Morano, Baker, Holmes, James are your top 5. Pace truck is off, as is the 19 car. Gets a good jump on the field this time by. Opens up almost a half-second gap. 52 dives down low. Ryan Lefebvre up front. You're not missing anything up front. Got about a half-second gap over the 32 car of Morano. Butch Baker currently in 3rd, followed by Holmes. Zimmer, your points leader, currently running in the 5th position. Brian James in 6th. The 9 car of Brian Lawson trying to make up ground on the points leader. 55 gets into the fence. 9 car will make the pass. Slide job by the 9 car gets by the 55 car of Brian James. D.V. Runkle in the 81 car currently running in the 12th position, 2nd in the points. Up front, the 19 car. Caution is back out. Adam Flieger on his lid. Let's see what happened there. I think that speaks for itself. Look back at Anthony Morano. Back at Butch Baker, currently in the 3rd position. We'll go on board with 2nd place runner Anthony Morano. Lights are off on the pace truck. Got a car down low coming out of the pits. Not sure who that is. Might have been Adam Flieger. I'm not sure. Pace truck should duck off this time by. '19 car is off, as is Morano in P2. 19 car doesn't get away from Anthony Morano very far. The 32 gets a good run on that high side. Butch Baker currently in the 3rd position. Up front, Lefebvre might have company with the 32 car trying to make something happen up front. 32 car falls in the tire tracks of the 19. '19 down low, running a slider line, it looks like. Changing up his line a little bit. Butch Baker in the 97 car trying to challenge the 32. Butch Baker comes down low. He will fall out behind the 32 car, followed by Holmes. Your points leader, Garrett Zimmer, worked his way up to P5. Brian Lawson on his tail. '52 car comes up, gets in front of your leader. We are on board with Garrett Zimmer. Currently running now in P4, 78 car down low. You can see Butch Baker working underneath the 32 car in front of your points leader. The 52 makes contact with the 14 car. 14 car up high, 52 down low. Will the 52 car try a slide job? No, he will not. The 9 car will stay right behind your points leader, Zimmer. Zimmer up to 4th. Brian Lawson up to 5th position. Up front, Lefebvre over a 2nd gap over the 32 car, battling it out with the 97 car of Butch Baker. Garrett Zimmer now up to 4th position. Another great points night for your points leader. Brian Lawson running in 5th position in the 9 car. Caution is back out. 78 car up into the fence all by himself. N.A.D.T.R.A. Looks like he is from Colorado by the look of the flag on the side of the 78 machine. We are back under caution. We are working lap 39 of 45, so we are closing in on an end here. Stick around at the conclusion of the race. We will have your podium finishers interviews. Ryan Lefebvre on the point. Morano, Baker are the top three. Zimmer, Lawson, 14 car, your points leader. Garrett Zimmer up to P4. D.V. Runkel currently running second in the points, is back in 11th position. So Lawson actually looking for a decent night in the points if he can finish where he's at. Lights are off on the pace truck. '19 car of Lefebvre will bring him to the green flag once again. Pace truck is off, as is the 19 car. Lefebvre gets a start up high. 32 car goes with him this time by. Lefebvre running a slider line down low, brings the 19 car up to where the traction is. 32 car following in line behind him. Looks like Butch Baker's going to get a challenge from the 14 car. Your points leader slides up in front of the 19 car. Butch Baker thought about a crossover, couldn't make it happen. He's got his teammate, the 9 car of Lawson. Now the 15 car does a slide job. 9 car with a crossover. We definitely have multiple grooves working late race. We are working lap 41 of 45. Garrett Zimmer now up to P3. 97 car of Butch Baker slides underneath, cannot make that stick. Brian Lawson in the 9 car behind his teammate, Butch Baker. It's like I saw someone get up on the fence there. Don't know if that will be a caution or not. Brian Lawson, extreme low line. Butch Baker up into the fence in front of your points leader. Caution is out. 97 car running in P3 gets into an accident with your points leader, the 14 car. Looks like Butch Baker came up high, got a little loose on exit. 14 car gets in the back of the 97 car. So that leaves us at lap 43 of 45. Ryan Lefebvre still on the point. Morano in second. Now put the 9 car third place in the points. Brian Lawson up to P3. Waiting on the pace truck to come by. Lefebvre P1, Morano in 2, Lawson in 3. Looks like Brian Lawson's back in position for a great points night. D.V. Runkle currently running 10th. Zimmer is currently in the pits running 13th. Have to see how the points shake out for the 9 car. Working lap 43 of 45. Brian Lawson on the point. Lights are off on the pace truck. We should be going green this time by. Lefebvre and Morano been at the front of the field all night long. It comes down to this. This last restart, 19 car gets a good jump on the 32 car. Brian Lawson in 3rd position, running a slider line. Caution is back out. I'm not sure if we have green-white checkers. Looks like the 38 of Adam Flieger gets up into the wall in the 38 machine. It's only a couple of cars that won't leave here with bent up parts. That looks like that might be Lefebvre and Morano running at the front of the field. They will have a ton of mud on them, but not many dings and dents to beat out. Great thing about iRacing. Don't spend all weekend with a hammer repairing what happened. Hopefully we settle it this next restart. Hopefully that is all we have for the rest of the evening. Lights are still on the pace truck, so we do have one more time around. Garrett Zimmer currently running in the 12th position, the leader in your points. D.V. Runkle now up to 9th position in the 81 car. Starting to wonder if fuel will come into play here. Not sure how many this is. Open set 358's. Only 2 cars not on the lead lap. Pace truck is off, as is the 19 of Lefebvre. Lefebvre gets a good jump. 32 car falls back a little bit. Let's see if Brian Lawson can make something happen. The 52 car down low, tries a slide job. 19 up into the fence. 52 car on the berm, slides up, does not make contact with the 9. Lawson now falls in line behind the 32 car. Lefebvre, Morano, Lawson are your top 3. We will get a word with those gentlemen. Contact was made after the flag. We will get a word with your podium finishers here as soon as they're done with their podium shot. I don't think the 9 car Lawson will be able to make it to the podium shot. He ended up upside down in turn number 4. So we will wait for them to get up to the broadcast booth so we can get a word with your top 3, Lefebvre, Morano, and Lawson. There is the podium shot of you. I suppose. Waiting for those gentlemen to get up into the broadcast booth so we can get a word with your top three. Currently, the only one in the broadcast booth is Eddie Neal. Eddie finishing, where is Eddie? 6th position. Heck, we'll interview anybody. We don't care. Waiting for Lefebvre, Morano, and Lawson to get up to the booth. We will get a word with the 32 car of Morano while we wait on the other two. Ladies and gentlemen, 32 car of Anthony, the 32 car of Anthony Morano finishes P2. Anthony, this is Joe. You got me?
Hey, Joe. How's it going, man?
Good, man. Hey, great run. You guys, you and the Lefebvre car were running up front all night long. It didn't look like the track changed horribly bad. I've seen it much slicker, I think. How did it feel from the seat?
Yeah, it definitely started to slick up there about halfway out. But yeah, Ryan just, man, he was fast. He got me every restart, and he just pulled me every single time, no matter what I did.
Yeah, man, you seem to hold your own, though. He didn't get too far away from you. You led quite a few laps tonight. Would you, if you had more laps, could you have got him, or do you think that the 19 car was just faster?
I think I was starting to catch him, especially on corner exit. But I saw Brian Lawson was catching up to me too, and I think if he got up to me, he was gonna be gone.
Yeah, man, great run by you. You got anybody you'd like to thank for the win?
My teammates tonight, Brian James and Tyler Holmes, really helped me out. Dan Sider at N.P.R. Graphics, JT's screen printing, everyone that helps me out with this stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 32 car of Anthony Morano takes the 32 car, moves up 5 positions from his starting position, puts the 32 car on the pole. My friend, great run by you, and we will talk to you later. Great run by you, my friend.
All right. Thanks, Joe.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, the 9 car of Brian Lawson had an up and down night. As you know, Brian Lawson in the 9 car came in 3rd in the points. He did maybe make a few points on the 1st and 2nd. Brian Lawson, this is Joe. You got me?
Hey, Joe, I got you.
How you doing, man? Great run tonight. Kind of up and down. Fell back. You were at the front. You were at the back. You were all over the place. Brought it home 3rd position. How did the track change? How did you recover from the early incidents?
Well, first off, got to apologize to Garrett Zimmer. I didn't know he was on my outside on that one restart, and that's what put us both to the back end of the field. And he got caught up at something else. I'm not sure what it was, unfortunately for him. But, the track was good. The high side kind of came in a lot more than the low side, at least for me. Kind of found a little bit of a slider line there towards the end that seemed to work, and, just tried to keep my nose clean and stay out of trouble for the rest of the race, and was able to bring it home 3rd.
Yeah, man, as always, the Magnum Race Designs, we won't talk about Venom Racing just yet. Magnum Race Designs, who did the logos for Got Your Six Racing Network, my friend. Great work by you, man. Great night out on the track. You got anybody you'd like to thank for P3 finish?
Absolutely. You guys for putting it on, DV and N.A.D.T.R.A for putting on the league, guys at Venom Racing, and like you said, Magnum Race Design. Anybody needs a wrap, hit us up on Facebook.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 9 car Brian Lawson brings it home P3. We'll have to see how the points play out. It looks like, let's see, 1st in the points. Zimmer finished P11 DV Runkle in 9. We'll see if that's enough to put the 9 car up there. And always, my brother, thank you, man, for all that you've done for Got Your Six Racing Network. Greatly appreciated. Great night by you, man. We'll talk to you next time.
My pleasure, Joe. Thanks.
Yes, sir. And finally, last but not least, the 19 car of Ryan Lefebvre, Venom Racing driver. Ryan, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, great run by you, my friend. You and the 32 car Murano battled it out there for a while, but you led, and then he led, and then once you took over that lead once again, man, I think you were gone. Do you think that he was closing in on you at the end, or do you think that you had the car to make it work on this type of track?
Well, after I got back around him on that restart on the bottom and I could restart back on the top, I seen he was catching me on the top. And then that's when I started running a slider line, and I was seeing that I was pulling away a little bit every lap after that. So after I found that line, I knew I would be all right after that.
Yeah, man, you kind of ran away from the field. We were following you there. The 19 car on the podium is something that I guess we're going to see quite often, which is a good thing for you. You got anybody you'd like to thank for your run?
Yeah, thank you guys for doing this. Venom Racing and SD Audio.
Right on, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, the 19 car of Ryan Lefebvre once again on the podium brings home the 19 car P1 in front of Anthony Murano. Great run by these gentlemen. Great night of racing. We did have a few cautions in this one, but in the end, the racing was great. And we will catch you next time. Don't forget, we are back on the air tomorrow night for Friday Night Lights. We will have 358 mods fixed starting at 6:30 Eastern time, followed by limited late models, and we will close out the night with the 305 sprint cars. I greatly appreciate everyone for tuning in, and we will see you next time.
1, 2, 3. I love it, Molly.
They say it's a matter of time, 1,000 days and the sun won't shine before I come back to you. For your love I will go far, I wanna be wherever you are. I know I'm coming back for you.
Brother, it's good to see you.
My love is a river long, the best ride in a million wrongs. I know I'm coming back to you. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. I'm making my way home, I'm making my way